Let's go ahead with the video now. This is the body-worn camera video of the deputy arriving at the apartment complex and how things unfold from there. Now, he's arriving to a domestic violence call. That's why he was sent.
Howdy, sir.
What's going on?
I'm not sure. I just was told to let her know if you guys come by.
Okay.
So I'm going to give her a quick call and let you guys know. Let her know that
So there was a fight going on or something?
I was not present for that.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is the cop's information. This is what he's aware of. These are part of his circumstances, that there's a fight going on. Now, the first witness he encounters doesn't know anything about that. That doesn't change that that's the information the cop has when he arrives. That information doesn't turn to vapor because this dude in the lobby doesn't happen to know about that. It's still information provided to the deputy. It's so funny, the limited cognitive bandwidth of some of the commenters. The fact that this guy in the lobby doesn't know about the fight doesn't mean there's not a fight. It just means he doesn't know. Someone else believed there was a fight. That's why they called the deputy, the sheriff's office, and asked the deputy to come to the scene. So there is information that there's a fight. That information doesn't become negated because this dude in the lobby doesn't happen to be a person who's aware of that information. There's a red car in this scene. If you ask the guy in the lobby, is there a red car in the parking lot? And he says, well, I don't know anything about that. Does that mean there's no red car? I mean, think, people. Use your heads.
Are they fighting or something?
She's saying that it happens frequently.
Okay.
But this time it sounded like it was getting out of hand.
What's getting out of hand? Are they making pizza? Is that what's happening? The pizza making is getting out of hand? Are they having romantic relations? That's what's getting out of hand. They called the sheriff's office because the headboard was banging against the wall too hard. What's getting out of hand? We know what's getting out of hand. An apparent domestic violence event is getting out of hand. That's why the sheriff's office was called.
Okay, which store?
So I'm not sure. 2 weeks ago, I was walking by their apartment, basically on this side, and I was hearing someone yell like "shoot the like you stupid B word" and all this other stuff, and I heard a slap. Like,
Is a slap domestic violence?
right after it, but I wasn't sure where it came from,
Okay.
and I couldn't call. Like, I didn't want to call the police. And, like,
Which room is it?
1401.
Which room is it? The deputy asks the witness on the scene. What does she tell him? 1401. Where does the deputy go? Does he go to 1402 or 1501? No, folks. He goes exactly where he's directed to go. Apartment 1401. So much for the deputy being at the wrong place.
1401, okay.
1401. Well, the girl sounded scared, the one that called. She's
Apparent domestic violence situation, getting out of hand, slapping, and the person who made the call for help is scared. Are those part of the circumstances in addition to Roger Fortson opening the door with a gun in plain sight in his hand?
so she was like, it's getting out of. It sounds like it's getting really out of hand.
So it's hit number 4, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. You mean fair? We stand out there and direct the other deputy that's coming to this area?
It's not. You're gonna go to the fourth floor, and it's gonna be on this side.
Gotcha.
I heard someone argue on Twitter. A guy I like, he wrote a great book. What's the title of the book? A Theft of Fire. It's a science fiction book. I really like it. Devin, I'm blanking on his last name, but if you go to Amazon and you Google Theft of Fire, I'm sure his book will pop up. And it's really good. I really enjoyed it. And he's doing sequels, and I'm going to buy those and read those too. But as with many otherwise intelligent people, and this guy, I believe, is some kind of software engineer. Very smart guy. Very keen insight into a lot of social dynamics. So a worthy follow on Twitter. Generally speaking, I've got nothing but great things to say about this guy. But his analysis of police tactics here was ridiculous. I mean, he obviously has zero training or experience or really understanding of how police operate in the real world under normal circumstances. One of his conclusions was, well, this officer must have known that the situation was harmless, or he would not have used an elevator to go up to the scene. I guess he should have called in a SWAT team or something at this point. It's funny because people do this analysis with the benefit of the hindsight of knowing that it was a bad outcome event, right? That an undesirable death occurred. And they forget that the deputy is making his decisions here, not knowing any of that. This is a normal day for him.
Three 12 and 111.
I see some in the comments saying it does sound like there was no arguing, fighting once he arrived. So, is it domestic violence? is it not a crime if when the police get there the beating's over, or is it still a crime that police need to investigate? Does it matter from the responding officer's perspective, that the last punch has been thrown? They say, oh, well, we got here too late. You already got her beating. We'll just go home. Nothing for us to do here. Or do they still investigate a domestic violence event? Oh, look at that. Where's the deputy? What apartment is this? 1401. Where was the deputy told by the on-scene witness to go? 1401. Did the deputy go where he was told to go? Yes. Is it possible some other person made an error in communicating this information to the deputy? I suppose. Is that relevant to the deputy's criminal liability? Or did he go where he was told to go? By the way, I love all the bootlicker, the kiwi shoe polish ones are really good. Do you like the taste of that shoe polish? You people are. Also, I see a lot being made out of the fact that the officer's not standing in front of the door. Folks, domestic violence calls are inherently, it's in the name, violent. They're dangerous calls. They're not the only dangerous calls that cops respond to, of course, but they're dangerous calls. They're inherently dangerous. And cops get shot through doors. So when police respond to a scene of reported violence, they never stand right in front of the door. They always stand to the side, or they always back away. In any case, This standing off to the side would only be relevant to Roger Fortson's state of mind. But Roger Fortson's state of mind is irrelevant to whether or not this shooting is lawful or not, for reasons we've already discussed at length. Another one of the Crump lies, of course, was that the officer covered up the peephole. Not only did the officer kick in the door and go to the wrong apartment, he covered up the peephole. Lie, lie, lie. How do you know Benjamin Crump is lying? His mouth is moving. I know, loud birds, right?
Sheriff's office, open the door. Sheriff's office, open the door.
Would the deputy be visible from a peephole here? Yeah.
Step out. Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! 312, shots fired. Suspect down. Do not move! 312, get EMS my location.
All right. So that's the whole video I have. That's obviously now the shootings happened. Some more apparent lies being told by Benjamin Crump is that the police never called for EMS. Obviously, we just heard the deputy call for EMS. In any case, that wouldn't matter, right? Whether or not EMS showed up after the fact would have nothing to do with whether or not the shooting, which has already occurred, was lawful or not.